going on, people? Troops TV back again with news. You get me? Finally, it's been announced. Unai blood clot Emery is our new manager. It's a new era, you understand? And to be honest, when it was looking like Arteta, man was pissed, blood. Man was fucking pissed, I'm not gonna lie. I would have backed it, but I would have been pissed. The people we were linked with, like Ancelotti, Allegri, Arteta, Rodgers, and then Unai Emery, he came out the fucking blue, blood. It was like, if you watch wrestling, it was like an RKO out of nowhere, blood. It was like he come in and he just RKO'd Arteta, blood. And he just lock off the dance floor, you understand? Because what they're saying is, his interview is what turned it in his favour, you understand? That he knew so much about the team, his in-depth analysis on the players, what needs to be done with the players, how he's going to make the players better. Because I personally think some of these players in this team, under a new manager, I think you'll see a different player, you understand? I send for Bellerin a lot. Like last season, I sent for him a lot. Not even because of his A.F.C comments. I was sending for him before that, blood. Because for me, he was shit last year. You understand? So I give an honest opinion. I think he was shit. I think he'll do really well under Unai Emery. You understand? I think he'll do really well under him. The only man I think that's shit, that will still be shit, is probably Mustafi. Xhaka might improve. I don't know. I doubt it. You get me? I fucking doubt it, blood. But Emery has said that the key players that he wants to build the team around are Aaron Ramsey and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, you understand? And I was a bit surprised that he never mentioned Ozil in that. So hopefully he still sees Ozil as a part of the progression of the team, of the new era, because he never mentioned Ozil. He said Ramsey, you get me? So maybe he's looking at it and he's saying he's going to come in and sell Ozil and get some money from it. I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know. We've got 50 million apparently, so we're going to have to sell if we want to buy in it, like big man in it. We're going to have to sell, so you don't know what's going to happen. But a lot of people are still sceptical with this appointment because it's Emery in it, and obviously he had that 4-0 lead against Barca and he blew it. He didn't win the league in his first season at PSG. His last season at Seville, he never got an away point. A point away from home, in La Liga. We all know our away form this year, innit? You get me? We only got 4 wins. So there are some bad bits to it, but then I'm concentrating on the good. The man won 3 back-to-back Europa League championships, Europa League titles, you understand? Whatever the fuck you want to call it. He won 3 of them, blood, in a row, fam, you understand? Never been done. Cough's getting better, you get me? Come on, nearly back again. Then, even let's start before that, because when he was at Valencia, he went there, they were 6th. What should I say? In his first season, he got them to 6th. And then the next 3 seasons, 3 third place finishes. Behind Real Madrid and Barca, innit? So, you can't really knock that. Then he went to Seville after that. Obviously, he won the 3 Europa Leagues. I think he went to Moscow just before that, because I think he went from Seville to PSG. Obviously in PSG he won the double in the cups. He won both cup tournaments, but he lost the league to Monaco. Obviously that was like Mbappe and all them man there at the time. Then he won the league back, in it. You understand? He showed that he's got a bit of fight in him. He won the league back. He won the treble this year in PSG. You understand? And I don't know if he was sacked. He said he's leaving. I don't know if he was sacked. Personally, I don't know. You get me? He probably was, let's be real, because PSG, what they want is the Champions League, you get me? And he never got past the quarter-final stage of the Champions League. But that Barca game, he got robbed, in it. And the Madrid game, they were bossing the Madrid game until Madrid made the vital changes, in it. You understand? The thing with PSG is that, they have a good starting 11, but they ain't really no... The bench is good, innit, but it's not like the Madrid bench, innit, and that's what won Madrid the game. So for me, like, I'm excited, innit. I'm looking forward to it. Unai blood clot Emery. Unai Emery's been a while, or maybe we ate Tottenham. You get me? I'm looking forward to it. Because for me, the man's a tactician, this blood. You understand? People are sending me pictures. The man's sitting in his office. He's got two computer screens up. He's got a laptop up. He's got all heap of data on the thing. Apparently, he used to send the PSG players USB sticks to go through opposition players, their weaknesses and strengths. I think one man never used to read it, and then he gave a man a blank one. And then the man obviously said to the man, "Yo, what do you think about that? What do you think about that analysis I gave you, man? You understand? What do you think about that work I gave you, man?" And he tried lying it, you get me? And obviously he found out that it was him that was not reading the thing in it. And that's good, because we need a lot of work like that, a lot of tactical work. Because the thing with Wenger is that he only had one style of playing in it. He had one way of playing. It was that way or no way. He never adapted to an opponent. He never looked into an opponent's strengths or weaknesses. He just thought that, yeah, I'll play my game and we'll do our thing in it. But Emery's a different man. Emery's a tactician. You get me? Even when he beat Liverpool in the Europa League, Liverpool bossed that game in the first half. We're leading 1-0. Emery made a few changes and he changed the fucking game, blood. They actually clarted Liverpool in the second half, like they battered them in the second half. Got the 3-1 victory and won the cup. And like I keep saying, he's won 3 Europa Leagues. We're in the Europa League, you get me? So maybe his first job is to come and win us the Europa League, you understand? I'm not too sure how long the deal is. It'll probably be a 3-year deal with maybe a year add-on in there, you get me? Because I think he needs about 3 years. I think this year will be about getting the team to realise his philosophy. Shout out Van Gaal. Because it's going to be a different philosophy, fam. When you watch how his teams played, previous teams, Valencia, Seville, PSG, they're high-pressing teams, they're intense. You understand? They're active, blood. These men don't stop in it. I remember when we played PSG, we were getting pressed so quickly, blood. They were just pressing the back line, and that's how they were getting in. We were so lucky to get out of the game in PSG with a 1-1 draw, because they fucking peppered our Clark, blood. Shout out Ospina for that game. He kept us in it, blood. But I'm looking forward to it. And Emery, you get me, he's handled big players, blood. You get me? At Valencia, he had David Silva, he had Juan Mata, he had David Villa, he had the other brother that went to Swansea, I think is Pablo Hernandez. He had Eva Banega when he was at Sevilla. Steven Nzonzi, apparently he was a little bit of a problem. He had Rakitic before he went to Barca. I remember Rakitic was part of that great Sevilla team that won the Europa League. Then obviously he went to PSG. Yes, I know he never managed Zlatan. My fault. I see all the comments in the last video. Oh, Troops, he didn't manage Zlatan. Alright, fair enough. But he managed Thiago Silva, Thiago Motta, Marquinhos, Dani Alves, Neymar, Cavani, Mbappe, Rabiot, Matuidi. Big players, but you understand? Big egos as well. And he managed to keep that all in check. Obviously, he had his little madness with Cavani and Neymar with the penalty situation. But that happens, innit? You get me? That happens, and it shows that your strikers want to score goals, innit? You get me? It shows that there's competition in the team, and you want competition in your team, innit? I see people waffling about, he don't speak English, that's going to be a problem. Well, when Conte come, his English weren't all that, innit? And he won the league in his first season, you get me? I'm not saying we're going to win the league, but his English weren't all that, you get me? Pochettino never spoke a word of fucking English, blood, you get me? He had his translator when he was at Southampton. You get me? Learned English, so when he went to them and they're down the road, his English was more fluent. But he never had a translator. He never spoke English, blood, and he done very well at Southampton. You get me? He did. Let's be real. Poch did bits at Southampton. You get me? That's why he made the move to Tottenham. That's why Tottenham wanted him. You get me? So the whole not speaking English thing, it's not a big deal, blood. Not a big deal at all, fam. We can get over that easily. You get me? The guy speaks Spanish. We've got Spanish players that can break it down for our players, you get me? Bellerin and their man there, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, me personally, looking forward to the appointment, looking forward to next season. Obviously, because we're getting Emery now, Unai blood clot Emery, we're being linked with a lot of players that have played under his reign, i.e. Rabiot, Draxler, I think Kevin Trapp, Nzonzi. And I saw someone else, can't remember, but I saw someone else and I was a bit like, raw, you get me? Swear down we're linked with them, but out of them players, I'd take Rabiot. Rabiot's a fucking baller, blood, you get me? A lot of people have mixed feelings about Draxler. Me personally, I love Draxler, blood, you get me? I love Draxler. I think Draxler's hard. I think if Draxler gets a run again, you'll see what Draxler's capable of doing. And I think Trapp's a good goalie. You get me? Decent keeper. But yeah, man, more looking forward to the season now because everything's been announced. Let's see what Swen and them man do in the Swen and Rao. Let's see what them man do in the transfer window. But yeah, man, Unai Bloodclot Emery is the Arsenal's new manager. You get me? So you lot let me know what you think of him being our new manager. Are you happy? Are you pissed off? Do you think we're going to do well? Do you think we're going to win the Europa League? You get me? Leave it in the comments below. But you already know, I'm out, motherfucker.